Dreams, synchronicities, and signs. These are all ways or things that I use in order to feel like whether or not I'm doing the right thing or not. Know that I am doing the right, going in the right direction. Such things like whether or not I should keep on talking to someone or cutting them out, whether I should work harder at my job, as in work more hours, or work on my social media, or do trading, or do certain hobbies like building the Cloudbuster and or thinking about flock cameras. Or looking at the news and seeing whether or not I should be on social media at that moment. These are, well, to add on to this list, there's feeling signatures, there's pattern recognition, any kind of psychic abilities, which I'm not. I have pretty good discernment, but not so much so I can like see someone's aura and stuff. So, what is this video about? This video is about using certain things as a channel for the divine. If you're not having dreams, you're really shooting yourself in the foot because you can learn so much in your dreams. It's kind of a future sight. It's kind of a cheat code, to be honest. If you're not using signs and synchronicities, like you see a bird, a certain type of bird everywhere you go, or you see certain types of numbers, or you have these spiritual downloads, you're pretty like what's called locked into this divine channel, so you might just get spiritual downloads. I guess this is not a video to convince you to try to do these things because you're probably thinking I'm crazy if you don't agree with these things. But if you do, how do you start to work on these things? The first thing that I've done, and why are we working on these things? To get a greater discernment on whether or not you are going in the right direction. God or the divine will literally show you signs whether or not you should keep on going in that direction or not. Because you can only see so much in front of you, but God sees everything. So having that channel will help you a lot. And it isn't like a black and white thing because the divine will show you like multiple signs. It's not just like one sign. If you miss it, it's game over. It's like it will have layers of signs. You will have multiple dreams of this. You'll have multiple signs of this. You'll have multiple feelings that this might be wrong. You'll have certain downloads that contradict to what you're doing. And if you're not listening to any of this, you're kind of blind. You're kind of working blind. You're kind of just working with your own self instead of co-creating with life. So, how do you start to get a hold of these abilities? One is dreams. I started out as dreams. It took me a while to get discernment and pattern recognition, but dreams. If you're not having dreams, and that's not a bad thing, but if you're trying to remember these dreams and you're not having them, as in you keep a dream journal and you write down your dreams every single morning. And still, if you're not having dreams, or even the pinch method, I did this so long ago, but you pinch yourself now and then you remember to pinch yourself in a dream. If you don't even have dreams in the first place, while trying the journal and the pinching, like, they say you're under spiritual attack. They say that you don't really have a vision in mind, right? Dreams of the future, or not dreams, but missions for the future. If you don't have goals and stuff, and you're just kind of in survival mode, and or you're moving in the direction of matrix coded, as in you're working from society or you're working from whatever your parents programming is, then high likely you're not going to have dreams. Not saying it's bad to not have dreams every single day, but for the most part I have like 4 or 5 dreams a week. And I used to just have a one or none a week. So how do dreams actually help you out? Well, if you see a certain person in, well, let me just tell you the variables. There's characters, there's environment, and there's the plot. That's mainly what I focus on. And if certain characters are in my life, I need to pay attention to those characters. What is the plot? Is it bad? Is it good? Where is it? Is it negative association? And then I would connect those two. Bad environment to certain person, that means bad person, generally speaking. This is for you to find out and get in touch with yourself and see what your dreams are telling you. So that's dreams. Second is synchronicities and signs. You just gotta go off of a whim and go imaginary if like you think this is not a thing and you never seen synchronicities before, but you literally have to just imagine or just start seeing things in your life and picking at it. Because you see a random bird somewhere, just search up the spiritual meaning of the bird. If you hurt your shoulder, search up the spiritual meaning of that shoulder injury. I recently, a deer ran into my car. So I searched up spiritual meaning of that, and it was pretty much like the deer is symbolic to life, and the car is symbolic to where you're trying to go. So life is kind of hitting. I'm not explaining this right, but life's kind of hitting my course of direction. And I kind of see that and I kind of apply it everywhere in my life because it's still at a vague point. I don't really know exactly what it's trying to tell me, but I know it told me something and it has to do with my life. So, where in my life is this sign relevant? The more that you do this, the more that you just intend to have this channel with the divine and see the divine in everything and everywhere you go. So that involves certain people. Okay, let's get to cutting off certain people because this was hella important to me. I was naive. I was generous and empathic and gave people the benefit of the doubt everywhere I went. even till this day. Because I'm going to be sharing a recent example, but if, yeah, a certain person's in my dream and it's a bad dream, I really got to look at them and see, why is life trying to tell me this person has a negative connotation? Am I being drained around him? Is there something about him that I'm not accepting? Right? Because if I'm like being charmed by this person and I really like their validation or being around them, and I get a dream that this person is bad for me, I might not accept the fact that this person is withholding validation and draining me. This person's not right for me. This person's not compatible for me. So yeah, I use dreams a lot, but then I got life events like, I don't know why this is the case, but every single time I get drained by someone. I have a lot of vehicle issues, like not vehicle issues, but people running me over, me driving bad and almost getting hit, people driving badly and I have to be careful of them, me even swerving because if I'm not calm and centered, then I would just look at the car in front of me and I would be swerving like a lot of it. So literally see the signs and see the intentions and everything. Because they're there. They're there to tell you whether or not you're going in the right direction or not, or the wrong direction. So this person that I needed to cut off, I literally didn't know this person like has helped me out, is more spiritually inclined than most, but I kept on giving him the benefit of the doubt that this dude is not draining me, but he really was. He was more so projecting his intellectual ideas onto me, even though they're right and they're kind of spiritual. It didn't match with where I was at right now. And so I drove badly, yes, but I almost got hit. It would have resulted in a car accident, whether um if it weren't for the other party like stopping and just not hitting me. So yeah, I'm a bad driver. I don't help the stereotype, I know. But it happened, and I was grateful that it I didn't cause an accident, but there was a sign there that someone's really intruding on my line, on my direction in life right now. And that happened immediately after I, I hung out with the person. Anyways, look into intend the intend yourself to channel through everything in life. I'm gonna see everything in life and channel yourself to the divine like that. See the divine in everything and see that it's always trying to communicate with you. And be receptive. Intend to be receptive. Look at everything. It might not be right away, but that's because we're building this channel, we're building this intention. God doesn't know how to communicate to you yet through certain channels. I know this near the end of the video, but music's a huge one. When I'm really vibing towards a certain song, what are the lyrics in that song that tell me about myself in this moment? Dreams, what do they tell you about your life right now and where you're heading. I hope this helped you out. Peace out.